What's up, guys? Mike's here. Alright, we're gonna do another video for another chapter of We Departed. So, basically, Cole has a lot of things in mind around him, and that might lead itself to whatever the heck is going on in the past and before the rift is open. Alright, let's get into chapter 11 and see what's going to happen. So, alright, let's get into it. Chapter 11. I will soon be dreaming the dream again. I am sleeping, but my awake thoughts keep popping in. It is not exactly easy falling asleep knowing what I know now. I have to sleep with a blindfold tonight. The light from the rift illuminates the room too much. Also, my dream has changed. I have an eternal view of myself this time, like I am floating spirit watching. I cannot move and just watch as Morrow breaks through the ice and cleaves my head. My headless body drops to the ground and the rift hangs in midair, convulsing. Morrow doesn't seem surprised. This was the expected outcome for him. He stares deep into the power realm, then slowly raises his arm and reaches in. In a bright green flash, he is violently pushed back. Inside the rift, the faces flow by in a twisting maelstrom of green. Morris' voice has a hollow pain feel as he snaps angrily at them. Why don't you fight it? Why are you so complacent? You could be free like I am. Just pass through and hook on to something. Be free. What's so good about when you are now? There's something truly desperate about Morris' voice. It dawns on me that he's not very angry, and the ones in the departed realm won't pass over. He's angry that the departed realm won't accept him. He advances on the rift again. The Skull King crashes against the wall. The clashing of bone echoes through the underworld, and the Skull King cower as the bones scatter across the blackened floor. The sickly green ghostly glow from the Eido sorcerer who is rising from his throne mixes with the blue vapors emanating from his clenched hands. Work in Nam has stopped? Why? Speak! The awkward silence that followed seemed to last forever. The Skulking Skull found it immensely hard to speak, having been separated 20 feet from its lower jaw. It wasn't until another Skulking nervously fumbling managed to put the jaw back in its place that the silence was broken. Please, exalted Skull King of the underworld, I am just a messenger. But, 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 but it would seem that the mayor knows there is some fishy going on. Maybe he has figured out the true purpose of the structures. I think he... Another blue blast sent the skull flying across Batu. Baby bone spiders fled into cracks in the ground as it settled dangerously close to the edge. A steep drop with red-hot lava bubbling below. The skull king would have swallowed hard had it still had a throat. If I ask you to think, how can I rule Ninjago if there isn't enough Eater power to liberate me from this wretched place? Close view. Then regained his composure. His piercing eyes scanned the legion of Skulkin, which stood paralyzed by fear before him. Had he revealed too much? No. These warriors had long ago given up their ability to question authority. Klaus had spent some of his younger years studying the great battles of the past. Samarkand had been a mighty warlord early in his career, but he had quickly lost his way in his greedy conquest for riches, land, and power. Yet there were no records or desertions or mutinies, despite all the atrocities he and his merciless armies caused. Klaus respected that. A great leader should inspire blind loyalty and fear in his followers, and have the resolve to do anything to carry the ambition forward. He had always wondered what Samarkand had done to bring this strange fate on himself and his men. The history books mention how the flesh was ripped from their bones and how their armor and was dropped to the ground as their skeletons ceased to exist in Ninjago. But even in his attempts, a king's orders to his subjects had failed to get any of the Skulkin to decipher this riddle for him. So deep ran their shame and regret. Klaus sat back down his throne and waved his hand dismissively. Put him back together and send him back to Ninjago. Bring this to the warden. He scribbled some vast instructions on a crumbling piece of parchment and called over the newly rebuilt Skulkin, who nervously approached his king with newfound respect. His respect was no longer based on the promise of becoming something more, but of fear. I ripped the blindfold from my eyes. I am wide awake, and the rift burns painfully on my face. As my eyes adjust to the green light reflected on the ceiling, I summarize the new information from the dream. How much of it is to be trusted, and how much have been added by my own imagination? No one in the jungle seems to know much about the departed realm, yet my dream suggested the departed had no desire to leave it. Truth or truth thinking? Not sure. Still have to take some comfort in that. As I step out into the sunlight, the sounds of birds chirping greet me. No sounds of hammering. I wonder what the mayor has argued to the Board of Commerce. But it has clearly worked. John is waiting for me outside with the most concerned look on his face. Mascara has disappeared again. It's just disappeared. He blurts out at me as he brushes his hair away from the forehead. Yes? I reply. Of course, this is strange. And last we spoke of it, we were interrupted by Celio, so I don't have the full picture. Normally, they fade away slowly, but this time, it just disappeared. I was talking with Alice, and all of a sudden, I cut him off. Who's Alice? Alice, she's... Oh, right. I hadn't told you. Alice is one of the others, Ying's students. You know, I was talking to her. She was out checking with the people from her village that had gone missing, and... I look around. It's reason. Where is she? John takes a deep breath as he realizes he's getting ahead of himself. It is how we keep in touch. The scars. They come and go, but when they're there we can communicate, talk, like a voice in our heads. Lately, I hadn't been able to communicate with the others, but now I can't reach Alice either. We were talking. She said she had across something, a camp or something. She was sneaking in to investigate. She hushed me, but then all of a sudden, our conversation was lost. I could feel her confusion and fear, but then I felt a sting, and then nothing. When I checked, my scar had gone. We gotta help her. Something has happened to her. John is wide-eyed and panicky. When I asked him if he has any idea where she is, he drops to his knees and shakes his head. Sorry. I know how it feels to be this lost. I have been several times. He just feel like there's some explanations of what's happened. Everybody felt there is an explanation of what was going on because everybody's going departed, everybody's going missing, and they're all gone, and we don't know where anybody else, especially Alice, that is one of the other students that John had been told, and Cole realized that there is something missing as it leads to the departed. Way departed. Hope the next chapter is gonna explain us the missing of all other people here because they're one of the students and now they're gone. They're just out. Alright guys, that is the end of this episode. I'm gonna see you guys next time. I mean, not episode, end of this video. But I'm gonna see you on the next video, the next chapter. Hope it's gonna happen very fast. Okay guys, bye.